Up, I have a Trivisa. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. I think it's Trivisa, but whew, not bad. What do we got here? Um, it's a pocket knife. I think it says M390 and carbon fiber with a gift box, but it doesn't really say the model. So, man, let's get it out of there. I'm excited because I do not know what's in here, but I think it does say M390 and carbon fiber. So is that like an upgrade Trivisa? Is that top shelf? What is that? Nice cleaning cloth. It's got some paperwork. Passed the QT and QC inspection back in 2022. So I have fresh inventory. Come on, man. Oh, what do we got here? Okay, wow. I don't remember buying this. Yeah, it's got shredded carbon fiber, titanium scales. Looks like a titanium flipper. I don't think that's a titanium pocket clip, but let's see. Nah, that's steel. Bruce Spring steel in the building. And the box said M390, but here on the blade, I'm seeing S35VN. So who's choking who? Pretty sure steel liners. Man, let's get that thing out of there. Whew. Now the knife looks familiar. I've seen this knife before. And I think I've seen it and thought to myself, man, I want to get one of those. But I think they were kind of price prohibitive. It's got a strong detent. Nice jimping here. Hey, let's get rid of all this packing, right? Get it out of the shot. Let's focus on why we're here. I am a little confused why the box says M390 and the blade says S35. Maybe there was a model that did M390. Huh. I'm guessing that's the model number, the UMA 05. I don't know. I'm going to look it up. But let's run this action a little bit and then I'll look. Very snappy. It's got a strong detent, and yet it's not locked up very much. It's got 15% lockup going on there. You know, which could explain the stiff detent just simply because they want to hold that blade over on that little bit of blade that it, or the lock that it's locking up on. I mean, the knife appears to be very capable. But it does have a stiff detent, which I mean, I'm making that sound like it's some big airy deal, and it's not. Working on the detent simple. Just modify it just slightly, and it'll probably be wonderful. There's a liner lock. Pretty good tension there. It's got a cutout on the carbon fiber here for a lanyard. Well, let's get in it. Come on. Let me see where that's lined up. It's just on the inside there. All right. T6s from there out. I think we're free. Yep. It's not oily or anything, and there is a ton of unnecessary tension there. So see where it's sprung all the way across that? Well, here's where it locks up, way over there. So yeah, I'm going to be able to take a little bit of that off of there, which means I got to pull this pocket clip so that I can manipulate that. It's not a big deal. It's got a titanium bolster, steel liners with a titanium bolster, and then the carbon fiber insert. And that bolster's got to come off for me to modify this as well. And it's got a little bit of oil in it. All right, I'm going to modify this real quick. I want to go to about there. Too much. Let's try that. Looks to be about half of what it was. A little contact with the blade there, and ooh, does it feel sharp. Look at that needle. Wow. Could sew a garment with that. Attach some thread to it. I mean, I mean, it's pretty dry in here. I don't really see anything, so I think I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna wipe it down. Let's clean it up and yeah. And then before I put it back together, I'm gonna look it up because now I'm curious. Like, is it supposed to be M390? I think it was going to be S35? Did I purchase one and got the other, or is it just some kind of glitch with the box? It's got like a G10 backspacer in there. Trivisa. Okay. I think we're ready to go back together. Let's do that. The bolster's got to go on because it's got an internal screw. So we're going to have to put that on. That's it right there. And then that didn't have an internal screw, so I think I can get to that later. So I think we can build from the bottom up now. And then the pivot is captured in here. Yep. Just like so. Got our stop pin. If that's any indicator, good things to come. Gonna put a little bit on that detent ball track. And I think we're ready to put this down on there. Yep. I think I said I was going to look up before I put it back together, but I got on a roll. So yeah, that didn't happen. I mean, it feels different. It didn't feel a lot different, but it definitely feels different. I'm going to put a screw in back here to create some rigidity, and then I'll run that action a little bit and make sure we're where we want to be. Okay. Yeah, so not too light and not too heavy. It's the Goldilocks action. Yeah, man. Recessed pocket clip is not reversible, and it appeared to have pretty good tension on it, so I'm gonna run with it. If I have to, I'll pull it and increase the tension in this spring steel. Money, dude. Yeah. Yeah, 1,000,000% better. The little flip disc, it's okay. All right. Hey, I'm going to look it up now. I want to know the name. What is this thing? Yeah, so it's the Trivisa UMa. UMA. And it's supposed to be an S35BN. So I don't know what's up with the box. All right. Well, let's talk about this action. I do want to mention that blade, that satin finish on it, is beautiful. Man alive, look at that thing. Can't fail it. Drop shut, centered perfectly, spidey flick. I mean, I had to work on it just slightly, but to me that counts. Like I don't mind. Like when I buy, it's amazing how much I go back and forth and I use analogies with firearms. But when I buy a rifle, and even if it comes with a little card that says it's zeroed at 25 yards or whatever, I have to sight it in, right? I might adjust the trigger. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it doesn't bother me to make an adjustment to the pocket clip or the action or whatever, and then grade the knife. And listen, just know. I mean, maybe you want to know what it would be if you just got out of the box, and hey, if I bought one, what would it be? That's why I flip it a little bit in the beginning, and I said that it had a little stiff detent. I would point out maybe the pocket clips doesn't feel very tight, whatever, that kind of thing. Um, but right now, this action, it's A level, man. Um, the ergonomics on this knife, I mean, it's molded to a hand. This curvature, it's just wonderful. The index finger fits up in here really well. My other three lock in. It's a larger knife, very comfortable in hand. Excellent platform for my thumb, and that flipper tab just locks my fingers in. So not so confident, very confident, or confident, very confident. It's a confident grip. I mean, without a doubt. It's got a great reverse grip. It's got a good angle for the thumb to cap that off. Wonderful grip right here. And I can get in this reverse grip here, which for me, I'd rather, if I'm going to hammer down with this knife, I'd rather be blade towards me as I'm coming down with the natural arc of my hand versus this way where I'm going away from the blade. See what I mean? But yeah, I can definitely get in here like this. Nice, powerful grip. I'm locked in. Um, yeah, the ergonomics are solid on it. Let's check pocket clip. Pocket clip, check. I need to get that audio somehow and like push a button and make it play like, I don't know, like Tonight Show or something. Yeah, so that clip is super snug, and I don't mind the look. It's not completely deep carry. There's about a half an inch sticking out of this, uh, that's revealed out of the pocket. These screws provide a great place to grab on. Wonderful. Yep. And it's not as grippy and standard jean size material, but it's solid. I mean, it's in that pocket. See what I mean? It's got great tension on it. My spot in the back pocket back here, yeah, that thing would just ride wonderfully right there. No doubt about it. I like the clip. Let's check it for safety, see if we've got any blade explosion. Yeah, so right there, see that very back of the blade right there? If I put my finger in, I can touch that. Now, I think it's inconsequential because as soon as I go forward, this raises me up off of the blade. But just to note, I can feel that right there. The tip is recessed way down there, but it's right to the edge. Look at it. I can't get it though. So the tip's good, the clip is good, and I mean I'm gonna call this good. I can't, I can if I try to jam it up in here, I can touch it, but I'm gonna call that good. Yeah, and so where's that leave me? I'm confident that I can put my fingers all over this thing, and I'm not gonna catch the sharp part of that blade, which I am curious. I touched that blade during disassembly, and man, did it feel sharp. Yeah, it's because it is. Yep. Good job, Trivisa. Nice sharpening job. Great edge on that thing. All right, so price and availability. Um, where I'm seeing this is on Amazon and White Mountain Knives. And White Mountain Knives has probably got the better price at around 125. Yep, $125. Amazon looks to be about 140. Yep, pretty cool. I mean, Trivisa definitely it's at the top end of their game. Nice shredded carbon fiber, titanium bolsters, steel liners, steel pocket clip. It's got a G10 backspacer, and then S35VN blade steel. I mean, so for let's say the 125 from White Mountain Knives, I mean, I'm going to say that's at the higher end of the spectrum for this. I'd feel more comfortable with this piece if it was closer to $100. Like 105, maybe 110ish, something like that. Um, but I can't really tell you why, because man, it's a nice knife. It's a really nice piece, very comfortable in hand. It's finished well. I mean, it's a refined knife. It just seems a little high for a Trivisa, I guess. But you're getting a lot here for a lot of bang for the buck. Appreciate you watching though.